We will discuss how a sales assistant created a $8 billion fashion empire in this video. The American fashion designer Ralph Lauren has worked his way up to a fortune valued at $7 billion after spending his formative years in a low-income area of the Bronx. Ralph Lauren grew from poor to riches. The businessman, who had previously worked as a clerk and served in the Army, became wealthy through the 1968 establishment of the Polo clothing line. Ralph Lauren was born Ralph Lifshitz and eventually rose to fame as a fashion designer. In the Bronx in New York City in 1939, his parents, Frank and Fradel, were in charge of raising Lauren. The family of four, including Ralph, was made up of a man and a woman who had come to the United States from Europe. Despite having to share a bedroom with his two brothers and living in a small space, Lauren recalls his upbringing as being happy. Ralph was highly renowned for his distinctive sense of style when he was an adolescent. He was drawn to appearances that mixed classic elegance with classic preppy style. He was inspired by the distinctive styles of Hollywood greats like Cary Grant and Fred Astaire. Because of his intense enthusiasm for clothing, Lauren needed to obtain a job to finance his interest in fashion. Ralph enrolled in college soon after receiving his diploma from high school, the Manhattan-based Baruch College's business program. He attended the school for a total of 2 years before deciding that he was not interested in the field. When Lauren was called up for military service in 1962, his entire life was turned upside down. After completing his education, he served in the United States Army for a period of 2 years before beginning his career in the fashion industry. In 1964, shortly after Ralph's discharge from the military, he wed Ricky Ann Lou Beer, and the couple went on to have 3 children together. He spent a total of 2 years at the institution before realizing he was uninterested in the subject. His entire life was upended when Lauren was enlisted in the military in 1962. He served in the American Army for 2 years after finishing his education, before starting his career in the fashion sector. Ralph married Ricky Ann Lou Beer in 1964, not long after receiving his military discharge, and the two later had 3 children together. Lauren has always emphasized how important it is to follow one's aspirations. Lauren reportedly remarked that he was frequently asked where he got the ideas for his designs. People often wonder how a Jewish kid from the Bronx is able to design preppy clothing, he said. Does it have anything to do with riches or social standing? It is related to the fantasies we have while awake. Lauren has proven time and time again during his business career that success does not necessarily require a privileged upbringing. With the simple goal of creating clothing that he would like to wear, Ralph Lauren started his fashion business. He decided to create clothes particularly for himself because he was not happy with the men's fashion trends of the moment. He began working as a salesman for Brooks Brothers in New York at the age of 24, formally transforming his interest in fashion into a career route. Ralph Lauren started the Ralph Lauren Corporation in 1967 when he introduced his own line of men's neckties under his own brand. The popularity of the ties, according to him, was due to the fact that they stood out from other ties on the market at the time and were wide and unusual. Ralph traveled from store to store hawking his ties to clients in addition to selling them from a drawer in the lobby of the Empire State Building in New York City. As his career took off, Ralph decided to explore his love of fashion by starting a clothing line. He created the Polo brand, which promoted a particular way of living in addition to apparel. The clothes that I design and everything I've done is about life and how people live, how they want to live, and how they dream they'll live, said Ralph Lauren in response to a question regarding the Ralph Lauren brand. I carry out work of that nature. In reference to his own designs for the line, Lauren has described the design aesthetic of the Polo clothing line as having a tweedy English American look with a French cut. The 1970s were a successful decade for the Ralph Lauren brand. The women's collection and the brand's iconic cotton polo shirt were both introduced by Ralph Lauren during this decade. Since starting with the Polo line, the Ralph Lauren Corporation has grown into a genuine lifestyle brand, selling goods under the Ralph Lauren name in 4 different categories, including clothing, accessories, home goods, and perfumes. The Polo line marked the start of this change. Lauren has moreover frequently created the American Olympic team's outfits throughout his career. In addition, he created the costumes for a number of well-known movies, including The Great Gatsby, 1974, and Annie Hall, Ralph Lauren is regarded as one of the most successful fashion designers in the world, with a net worth of more than $6 billion. Lauren worked relentlessly, remained steadfast, and pursued his aspirations to rise from his humble beginnings as a young boy growing up in the Bronx to become a well-known household name all over the world. Ralph Lauren has spent his entire life cultivating a reputation as a humanitarian by lending a hand to those in need. Lauren received a diagnosis of having a brain tumor in the 1980s. He had the good fortune to be able to have the tumor removed before it could do any harm, and as a result, he fully recovered. Because of his own personal experience with a brain tumor that necessitated surgery, Lauren likely donates the most of his charity funds to organizations that promote cancer research and care. Lauren participated in the creation of Georgetown University's Nina Hyde Center for Breast Cancer Research in 1989. She has since worked with several organizations that promote cancer research, such as the Pink Pony Campaign, the Ralph Lauren Center for Cancer Care and Prevention in Harlem, and the Royal Marsden Hayes Foundation Trust. Though Lauren is more than deserving of the label, he objects to the term philanthropist since he feels his charity effort is more coming from the heart. There were rumors that the Ralph Lauren brand was having issues in some areas in June 2016. Discounting and lower-end products, according to analysts, damaged the company's reputation. They also pointed to the company's inability to draw in younger clients as a contributing cause. In response, the fashion designer released wearable technology in the shape of a fitness technology shirt in 2017, together with a mobile application. A piece of sporting clothing called the Polo Smart Shirt is considered a pioneer in the field of physical tracking technology. It's equipped with sensors that track the wearer's heart rate, breathing, stress level, and calories burned. An application received a data stream and then generated customized exercise plans. As a result, Polo Sport was able to compete with other industry titans like Nike and Adidas. Currently, the 79-year-old designer is appreciating the fruits of his toil. The youngster who once dreamed of earning $1 million owns mansions in Long Island, Jamaica, Bedford, and Manhattan, in addition to a 17,000-acre ranch in Colorado. He is now worth several billions of dollars. His car collection is regarded as one of the most valuable in the entire globe. You can enjoy both the visual worth of the item and the pleasure it allows you, as he once remarked. For me, owning a rare and magnificently designed car offers a different kind of experience. He believes that having style and eschewing fashion is one of the factors in his success. He is renowned for saying, "Fashion fades away so quickly. Style is forever." Dude said it well. If you want to start your own rags to riches tale and create your own company from scratch, get off to the best possible start with Headspace's flexible workplaces and co-working spaces. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.